Hope Church, as we begin this week, I want to share a few updates with you regarding our plans to resume on-campus services. There have been two important things take place over the past 6 days. The first is a record number of new COVID-19 cases across our nation. We all expected with the increase in testing, there would be a rise in cases. But 16 states have a positive test rate beyond the level the World Health Organization recommends before easing any restrictions. BBC News is reporting the number of people hospitalized is also on the rise. As we looked at the list of 16 states in this report, 5 of those states are western states in the Mountain or Pacific time zones, and 2 are states we border. Arizona is ranked number 1 and Utah is ranked number 5 in rising cases. And right now in Clark County this weekend, we saw the largest one-day increase in cases since reporting began. I want you to know when your pastors receive information like that, it directly impacts our decisions as we lead and shepherd this fellowship. In addition to that new information, we had an opportunity to conduct a practice service last Thursday night, June 18th. You know this, but when you're preparing for something, practice is critical. So as we are preparing to reopen, we want to practice. What a service! Our worship gathering that night was electric. And even with extremely limited seating available, it was amazing to experience God's presence together with real live human beings again. My soul needed that even more than I realized. I want to thank all of those on our staff team and the volunteers who served to ensure our worship service was led safely and responsibly. As our first attempt, these teams absolutely knocked it out of the park. That practice service allowed us to see our safety measures in place and get feedback from those in attendance. I shared with you last week that we recognize we are leading through and out of a global pandemic, and there will be challenges and changes as we take these steps. So we refer to our plans as not set in stone, but as set in sand. And for that reason, flexibility will continue to be an ongoing part of our decision-making process. After a lot of conversation, prayer, and evaluation over the weekend, because of the information about rising cases in the states around us and a deep desire to fine-tune our safety measures, we are going to adjust what reopening is going to look like. We will still be reopening, but we're going to scale back the number of services we begin with. The adjustment to our plan is based on 2 deeply rooted values. First, the unwavering commitment for the physical safety and health of our fellowship. And second, the biblical conviction that our spiritual vitality demands being together in worship. So here's our updated plan for this week. Our only on-campus service will be on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Our Thursday evening service will be recorded with a live, limited capacity audience and then streamed online on Sunday. Everything inside me wants our entire church to be together on campus for worship, and we are continuing to beg God to allow us to do that safely very soon. The reason for this urgency is because we believe at our very core as God's people, we must come together for worship. As much as our physical health depends on following wise counsel and practicing safe protocols, our spiritual health depends on following God and His Word. The Bible teaches us that worship together with other believers is an essential part of our spiritual development and vitality. But we want to do that safely and responsibly. So for at least the next few weeks, we are also going to intensify our safety measures for on-campus service on Thursday nights. One additional precaution we're going to take is the requirement for everyone in the sanctuary, unless they are on stage, to wear a mask or a face covering. I know everyone has an opinion on a decision like that, but we feel it is the right decision for us as we welcome people back on campus. I understand that some may hear that intensified restriction and feel we are overreaching. You may be right. But taking all the information we have available, we feel this precaution best demonstrates loving one another and putting the needs of others above our own. We will continue to stream our services online for those unable to attend on campus due to space limitations, those who are elderly, vulnerable, or not ready to attend a public gathering. And I will say again, if this is you, please do not feel wrongly for staying home and worshiping with us online. You're as much a part of this church family as anyone else. We love you and thank God for you, and we want to strongly encourage you to stay home, if that's you, and healthy until it is safe for you to be back in public. You can reserve your seat for this Thursday's service on our website starting at 10 a.m. today, Monday, June 22nd. And because we're adjusting our plan, I want to ask those of you who attended our on-campus gathering last week to wait 24 hours before you try to register in order to allow those who've not yet attended to have the opportunity to save their seats. Once 24 hours have passed, feel free to reserve your seat even if you attended last week. That website is also where you can view all our safety standards for on-campus services. Church family, I love you, and I am thrilled to continue to journey with you into the bright future God has for us.